Should Canada pay the tab to employ Prince Harry? Should the prince even go to Canada at all? Welcome back to Andrew Says. I wouldn't lie to you except for maybe this once, reporting to you live from my igloo. Things are drab and dreary. We're only getting 2 weeks of sun a year here, or whatever it is in the Arctic. I don't know. It looks like, though, that the prince and the princess, Meghan, I believe is her name, are coming to Canada. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle to step back from senior royal duties. Buckingham Palace released a short statement shortly after Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced they're stepping back from senior royal duties to work to become financially independent. Very sweet, very kind of them. That was the headline last week. This week, however, it seems all but final. We've taken the next step with Prince Harry. Be careful now. I'm a lady prince. I know you're a prince, but you can't work that fast. Not with me. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle are moving to Canada. Here's what we know. The question is for everybody else, who's going to pay for it? They make a lot of money for doing what they do, whatever it is that they do. We'll explain that later. Who's going to pay for that? Is it the taxpayer? Is he going to have a legitimate job? I don't want to pay for it. Do you? Probably not, even if you don't live in Canada. But how much would it be if the Canadian taxpayer had to pay for Prince Harry and Princess Meghan? Now, we learned from Prince Andrew, no relation by the way, guys, that his gallivanting in the land of underage women with Epstein cost him $300 per year, and I don't even think he did what the princes and the princess do, which is go around, visit the military, all this stuff. I can't recall him doing anything in the public life because he was known as like the partier. They were pretty ashamed of him. But a prince, he scoffs at your $300,000 a year. He throws that up on a Sunday morning. I'm sorry, that's a little graphic. Here's what he did make. Harry received some $3 million last year, which is 2018. This article is from last year. For visiting charities and army units and serving as a goodwill ambassador. What a job title. This amount was supplemented by income from the $11 million or so he inherited from his mother, Princess Diana, and a few million bequeathed by his great-grandmother, the Queen Mother. And Meghan, now retired from her $50K an episode role on the TV series Suits, reportedly has her own $5 million nest egg. $3 million and more for being a good guy. That's a pretty good gig. I don't want to pay that. But if what Harry says is true, he said it multiple times now, that he and his wife wish to be financially independent from the crown. I believe this is a direct quote and not at all a fabrication. Go ahead and sue me. Please do not actually sue me. This is not real. Now, on one hand, I don't care about the royal family at all. I think it's cool to have figureheads that represent your country, the Commonwealth, as they call it, represent your history. But they probably have trillions and trillions of dollars buried beneath the Buckingham Palace for a rainy day. I don't think I should have to be paying for these rich people to live their lives, especially when they could easily make millions of dollars a year based off their celebrity and their names alone. In fact, I can see them having a reality show, The Royals, Harry and Meghan, Prince and Princess, a fairy tale, whatever. It's going to happen. Mark thine royal words. Now, if you recall the royal wedding that they had, which was a huge deal in Canada, huge deal in England, of course, I think you all remember what that looked like. Here it was.
The about-to-be Princess of Canada. Isn't she ravishing, so pure of heart, so strong in body, so hot in the face? She is indeed the living symbol of our great country. Canadian Prince now dipping his arms into the pudding, as is tradition. Princess will of course scrape the pudding off the princess's arms, thus symbolizing their union.
Don't say anything. That's real footage, real traditions. Don't insult Canada by making fun of the butterscotch, okay? So maybe you're into that. If you're not, that's fine. Neither am I. If you are, you're probably a big, sucker for celebrity stuff. And do whatever you want. Obviously, people are entertained by it, or else it wouldn't be such a big money maker that it is on news, internet, TV, radio maybe, tabloids, of course. Big on that. Now, as silly as that all of that is, that I find it to be ridiculous that people care about this sort of stuff. I do respect the princes. I do respect Prince Harry and Prince William. They've both served in the military, even serving in the modern Afghan war under fake names until the media, of course, blew their cover with stories like this.
That's it, mate.
He seemed relaxed, his guard down, but when the call came, his duty was very clear to see.
It wasn't done in the wrong way, but it was just...
Of course, the media ruined their cover. What doesn't the media ruin? That footage was not fake, I promise, even though it's pretty funny to watch him run. Good that he didn't just sit there and just continue the interview. He actually did what he's supposed to do. Now, if you recall in 2005, I don't, because I was only 5 years old at the time, Harry, aged 21 at the time, dressed as a Nazi for Halloween. That's right. The Prince of England dressed as a Nazi for Halloween. Big scandal. Overall hilarious. Imagine someone of that status doing that now. He's perpetuating white supremacy. He doesn't care who he puts in danger. It would be completely off the walls insane. Having said all that, there is a way for Prince Harry to go to Canada and not be an additional burden on the Canadian taxpayer and make his money in a legitimate way other than just celebrity, but as while working for the government. As the Duke of Sussex, whatever that means, he could legitimately be appointed Canada's Governor General. Now, if you're looking at the camera, as I am, you might be too. Hello there. And wondering, what the hell is the Governor General of Canada? Well, let me dig into my Canadian historical knowledge for you. It's basically a representation of the monarchy who performs government duties on behalf of the Queen. If you're from the United States, you're probably sickened to hear that, and I feel you, bro. It's kind of silly. The Governor General makes $288,000 annually, and that's far less than $3 million, obviously, and it's for a position that already exists. The current Governor General, as you can see, is some lady. A recent poll, though, however, has actually shown that the majority of Canadians are okay with the possibility of appointing Prince as the Governor General. Now, before I get to that poll, patreon.com/Andrew says, I'm going out to do man on the street videos very soon, depending on the weather, depending on what events we can find. So exclusive footage on Patreon will be up whenever I do that. Just $1 a month to support me and support my 9 kids. I've got kids. Not really. Now the poll. Celebrities. Will Prince Harry take over the post of Governor General? Canadians are hopeful. Poll says more than 60% of Canadians said that they support the appointment of Prince Harry to Governor General, a post-media poll has found. There aren't any rules forbidding it from happening. It's not forbidden. There he is with Justin Trudeau. I know some of you were wondering who that was. I understand if you don't recognize him without blackface. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Now, what do I think? Now, I think that's probably the best case scenario. His celebrity will empower him to come to Canada either way, and there'll be big celebrities. That's going to happen because it makes people too much money. It makes news and entertainment businesses too much money. Now, what I think is that they see Prince Andrew being a complete scumbag. They see all the British paparazzi hounding them at times, giving them a rough time no matter what they say. Environmentalism, non-environmentalism. You're going to get a lot of crap from both sides no matter what. They're probably thinking, what the hell are we even doing here? I mean, we go around, we visit these people, we're goodwill ambassadors, whatever. We get paid all this money to do essentially nothing, while our whole family does all this ridiculous stuff, probably a lot of which along the lines of Prince Andrew, Epstein lover extraordinaire. There's probably a lot more of that we don't know about, and he's the fall guy, as he should be, at least in this point in time. Let's make our own life. Let's make our own legacy. Let's try to make our own money. Let's get out from underneath that thing before it all crumbles down. Let's stop taking the taxpayers' money and, and live our own lives in a different country. Now, I hope that's what it is. I could be wrong. They could just be running away from something that they've done that they don't want people to find out about. And why not go to Canada is probably what they're thinking. Now, if that's the case, I salute you. You can take my tax dollars. I don't need them anyways. Oh, Canada. That's not the national anthem. I was looking for the national anthem of Canada in the YouTube, Creative Commons free use audio library, and they don't have it. This song's called Canada. Let's listen. What does that have to do with Canada? I don't know, but if it goes on, I'll salute it. Just imagine you're at a hockey game. Everyone's drenched in maple syrup, drunk off of Canadian beer, as you imagine all Canadians are. And that song, you take off your hat, put it to your heart, and this song comes on. I feel it. I wouldn't lie to you, except for maybe this once, especially about the national anthem.